come to realize with experience and with age, less is more. I don't need to waste no energy. I've got no point to prove. As long as I get the job done, get the W, get the win.
The Whole Man Academy podcast.
Knife crime is on the rise. Gun crime is on the rise. A good friend of mine got stabbed at my school. So it was just like people around me were dying and going to prison.
Whole Man Academy.
Wow, these are people who really know how to fight. These are really dangerous.
Salah Khalifa, father, fighter, food, fitness.
You know, you're still finding out who you are. I kind of got with the wrong crowd and I just thought fighting was the way forward. You look 14 years younger than me, so.
Well, it's all the coconut oil I rub everywhere. But
how I can show my manhood, how I can, you know, be top dog. In actual fact, the more I learned about fighting, the more I learned about martial arts, the more I learned about how to fight. In one way, you become more dangerous, but in another way, you also become less dangerous.
Because the world needs strong men.
And on the street, I thought I was the man. But in actual case, when I got in there with them, I was getting beaten up.
I assume it's about realizing that you've got, you know, basically a level of power, but you've got to understand how to kind of harness it.
Being a young boy or a young man, it's hard to trust others around you. The way the education system is set out, you know, it puts everyone into boxes. And unfortunately, if you don't fit into a box, you will struggle. You're not happy with the person you are, then you can't really thrive. You can't help those around you. You can't set a good example. Let's move on to social media. This is a big part of
everybody showing their best life and the best version of themselves, but sometimes it's not a real version.
Everyone's getting their phone out. Everyone's trying to take pictures rather than living in the moment. The way people perceive fathers, the way people perceive men, you know, we need to stick together and kind of change that stereotype. What's your why? Once you know your why, then it'll help you a lot in life. I've always wanted to say this. Bruce Lee said, be like water.